I was once again browsing over at our DM Academy and saw a post I really wanted to share with you guys. Now, the post is called "The Most Overused Word in D&D and How to Overcome the Damage It Causes to the Party." And that word is miss. He tells a story about how he had this character he really liked and he had one bad session. And that bad session, he just kept missing and his DM just kept saying, "You miss, you miss, you miss." And it really affected the way he saw his character. He saw his character as a professional, and the way it was described to him, it made his character sound like a bumbling idiot that he just kept swinging at the air. So he took this to heart and he wrote a note to himself that he put on the back of his DM screen so only he could see it. And it said, "The players never miss." And when he went into that game, every time a player missed, it was an opportunity for him to create a storytelling moment. First off, the druid wild shapes and begins to attack one of these cultists, misses. So he describes it. As a tiger, you pounce towards the cultist. The cultist, startled, narrowly dodging your teeth and backing up, getting into a defensive posture with a look of fear on his face as he sees your tiger jaws. Bam! Makes the player feel way cooler even though they missed. Okay, following up on the next turn, the archer shoots at the same cultist, miss, but instead of saying miss, he says, in his fear of trying to dodge the tiger, he luckily narrowly escapes as an arrow whizzes past his face. With a look of fear from the tiger and a look of relief from the dodged arrow, he positions himself to have both of you in his peripheral view. Again, the narrative takes you miss to something epic and it brings you into the combat. It makes you feel like that character. It really drills down what the purpose of a DM is. I think we often say, DM is God, but I don't think that's quite accurate, and the author doesn't either. The author specifies that no, God is an NPC. All the DM is a narrator. They bring the world to life. I shouldn't say all that it is primarily, but I hope you guys are getting the picture here, that we want to bring these characters to life and make them feel real and make it feel visceral, and our descriptions are the way to do that. And really, the whole miss thing is a side note. The core thing we're going for here is narration, and it can be applied in many places. An example would be when your enemies miss, it's also a good opportunity to, it's not that they missed, it's that your party members did something about it. So the same cultist swings at that tiger, right? And they miss, but instead of it being they miss, it can now be using your literal cat-like reflexes, you're able to bounce back, dodge the saber attack, and get back in there, being very, very nimble and quick. So basically it goes both ways. Whether your allies are missing or the enemies are missing, it's an opportunity to create cool, dynamic movement in the combat, and it goes a long way to making the combat feel a lot better. This is not something I'm going to say I'm an expert at. This is something that I want to get better at, my descriptive narration. That is something I want to improve at, and I wanted to share with you guys. But what I want to hear from you guys is where you feel descriptive narration can be improved in your own games, or opportunities for great descriptive narration. I'd love to hear it. Let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, guys, hope you have yourselves a lovely day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.